Assalamu alaikum. Bismillah wa hamdulillah wa salatu wassalamu ala Rasulullah. This is Aisha Al-Hajar of AMANI Birth, and I'm excited to unveil the AMANI Birth Academy. As an AMANI Birth trainee or affiliate, you now have the opportunity to take your skills to the next level. I'm excited to share with you the onboarding process and prerequisites, and even how you can get started on this journey for free. Let's take a look. First of all, we designed this program to unlock your potential and elevate your professionalism. Obviously, it's expert-led training by myself and other subject matter experts, taking the same holistic approach as the AMANI Birth philosophy in general. It's going to build your confidence, it's going to grow your professionalism, and it's really going to tie you into the community and support that is available through the AMANI Birth affiliate, trainees, and leadership. I want you to enroll in the AMANI Birth Academy, where knowledge meets empowerment. This is going to be a comprehensive 40-week program. No joke. This is a deep dive. And it's designed by myself, other subject matter experts. We want to deepen your knowledge, boost your confidence, and enhance your professionalism. It's open to AMANI Birth trainees and affiliates. So you have to have at least completed the AMANI Birth workshop and be in a trainee status to join the AMANI Birth Academy. But let's take a look at what's offered. We want to transform your passion into expertise. Let's start now. So what certificates can you earn? First of all, as I said, it's a 40-week program. Each week is a different module or lesson topic. So that's 40 weeks equals 40 modules. They're grouped into 10 series over 10 months. There's 8 certificates that you can earn along the way, and a diploma if you go through the entire program. We start out with AMANI Birth Academy Basic Skills Level 1. And each of these titles here that you see represents a week. So the first week, we're really just kind of getting into the AMANI Birth Academy, learning the overview of the program, the technology that we'll be using. The second week, we're going to talk about knowledge is power. The third week, preparation is key. And the fourth week, we'll get into collaboration and cooperation. That'll get you your first certificate. The second certificate is Basic Skills Level 2. We'll talk about the normal physiology of pregnancy, labor, birth, and breastfeeding. We'll look at the AMANI commitment to professionalism. We'll look at complications, do a little bit of work with that, and then we'll talk about how you can be effective at working with medical care providers. In the third certificate, we get into the CBE and doula skills, the first level. The first week of that, we're raising awareness in the communities, and then we're looking at the childbirth educator learning styles and client connections that you'll be making with your clients. We'll talk about how you serve with passion and how that passion comes through, and we'll get into the art of being a doula. The next certificate is the AMANI Birth CBE Doula Skills Level 2. We'll get into leveraging the power of the AMANI brand. We'll do a deep dive into nutrition. We'll talk about how you are the product that you are out there marketing to potential clients. And we'll take a look at aromatherapy. Getting into Doula Skills 3, we'll talk about defining your client. As you learned in the AMANI Birth training, not every person out there that's pregnant is your client. So how do you define your client? We'll look at AMANI Birth Blessed Start Online Facilitator Training, what that looks like, how you can become an online facilitator, and if you're already an online facilitator, you'll enjoy looking at all of the different resources that are available to you as an online facilitator. We'll talk about why CBE and doula skills services even matter. Why are we doing this work? How is it making a difference in the communities? What does the research say? What is the current status of this work in the overall scheme of clinical outcomes? We'll look at how to use your bozos, the importance of relaxation, and how you can become a relaxation expert. We'll take a look also at acupressure and massage techniques. In CBE Doula Skills 4, we'll look at how to build your strategic plan and activities that you can do as you're working with clients in your community. We'll look at CBE Practical Practice, where you'll actually get a chance to teach some lessons with your cohort in a safe space and get some practice in. We'll talk about how do you bargain for the win-win so that you are providing value to your clients in your community. And we'll take a look at VBACs and C-sections. Then we'll get into the accelerated skills. You'll notice all of the other certificates had 4 modules in them. When we get into the accelerated skills, there's actually 8 modules here. We're looking at understanding prenatal tests, working with breaches, talking about trauma, grief, and loss. We'll look at preterm labor and post-term pregnancy. We'll talk about twins and multiples, which will also give you a twins and multiples module that you can use with your clients when you have moms that are carrying multiples. We'll look at pain meds and labor and learn a little bit more about those. We'll talk about water birth, and we'll cover the immediate postpartum. And the last certificate is on breastfeeding, and this also has 8 modules. And this is also postpartum doula skills. So we'll look at the postpartum doula skills. There'll be 3 modules on the AMANI branded AMANI for early breastfeeding, 1, 2, and 3. So we'll take a look at AMANI's approach for the early breastfeeding. And then we'll look at another program, and we'll actually give you access to another program called natural breastfeeding, which is a real foundation of how AMANI Birth looks at breastfeeding. So we'll take a look at their program as well, and that'll be 3 modules there. And then at the very end, we'll talk about doing some work for community outreach. So what are we going to learn in these modules over these 10 months? There are 10 series. In the first series, you'll be onboarded to the AMANI Birth Academy, get acclimated to the technology, explore birth research, and build a supportive AMANI community. In the second series, we're going to review our ethics at AMANI Birth, our policies, discuss complications, look at the professional scope of childbirth educators and doulas, and explore tips for building relationships with care providers. In the third series, we're going to explore the art of birth work and explore tips for raising awareness and interest in your community while addressing clients' unique needs. In the fourth series, we're increasing practical skills. We're exploring a common relaxation modality for labor. We're going to deep dive into that nutrition, as I mentioned earlier, and leverage the AMANI brand and community. In the fifth series, we will define our target market. We'll explore the Blessed Start opportunity in AMANI resources and discover additional modalities for use in the labor room. In the sixth series, we're exploring strategies and mindset when engaging with potential clients, design lesson plans and practice CBE skills, and examine VBACs and C-sections. In the seventh series is when we get into the accelerated. We're going to look at skills beyond the basics. This is going to include prenatal tests, breech, trauma, grief, loss, preterm labor, and post-term pregnancies. So give you a really boost on your professionalism. In Series 8, we're going to look at multiples, pain meds used in labor, water birth, and immediate postpartum routines, the choices, and parents' rights. In the 9th series, we're going to focus beyond birth. We're going to explore serving as a postpartum doula and begin our 6-week journey into breastfeeding support. So I'm pretty excited about that. And in the 10th series, we'll continue with breastfeeding content, and we'll create our AMANI branded outreach project for graduation from the AMANI Birth Academy. Pretty exciting stuff. So first things first, let's just take a look at the money. What is this 40-week program, over 10 months? What's it going to cost? And so the first thing I want you to know is that if you were to pay in full for this program, it would be $4,000. But we are offering a 50% early pay discount of $2,000. But I don't want you to pay that. I want you to actually get this discounted to almost nothing. So let's first talk about this full pay of $4,000. That's basically $400 a month or $100 a week. But we're going to break that down and give some country code discounts. So depending on what country you're in, that will reduce the price automatically from 25 to 50%. So in A countries like the United States, Saudi Arabia, Kuwait, UAE, UK, these countries will be paying, instead of $4,000, just $3,000, which is $300 a month instead of $400. B countries are countries like Malaysia, that's $280 a month or $2,800. C countries, Pakistan, India, Egypt, Bangladesh, those are at $2,400 or $240 a month. And D countries are countries like the Gambia. I forget what else is in that list, but they're down at $200 a month or $2,000 overall. And then we also want to give you a further discount off of that, up to 90% more off for activity discounts. So for A countries, you can get this down to a total, instead of $4,000, $300, only $30 a month. B countries down to $28 a month, C countries down to $24 a month, and D countries down all the way to $20 a month. So that $300, $280, $240, and $200 is the total price for the entire 40 weeks. but I do need you to work for it. So there are some things that you're going to need to do. First of all, you need to attend the sessions live that we're offering, and you need to complete your homework on time. That's part of qualifying for these discounts. The second thing is you need to engage with the Amani social media as directed. So each week we'll have some social media engagement assignments, and if you do those activities, then that's going to get you some discounts. And then we're going to have one weekly big activity. So for example, it might be that you submit a testimonial. It might be that you attend the monthly meeting. So we call those big activities. But if you do these activities that we ask you to do each and every week, which of course you want to do anyways, you want to attend live, you want to complete your homework, etc., you can get those prices down to almost nothing. So the series 1, which is the first month, we want to actually give that to you 100% off. There are 4 things that you'll need to do in order to get your first month free. So all the stuff I just talked about is the ongoing months 2 and on, 2 to 10. But to get your first month free, what you need to do is do a Facebook review of the Amani Birth Facebook page. That gets you 25% off the first month. You're going to follow Facebook and Instagram, the Amani Birth pages on Facebook and Instagram. That gives you 25% off. And you're going to create Blessed Start links that allow you to get paid for referring mothers to the Blessed Start course. That gives you 25% off. And do an Amani Birth book review. So if you do those 4 things, and some of those you might have done already, and that counts too, but if you do those 4 things, your first month is 100% off. So you can try this for the first month and not even pay anything. So that's 100% off the first month. If you complete and submit all 4 tasks prior to the launch, you get that 100% off the first month. So how do you start? You go to the Amani Birth app. So this is on a website, www.amanibirth.app, on your phone or on your laptop. And you'll see this is your account manager. You're going to start by, of course, signing up, right? Because you haven't already started. You're going to sign up. And then how do you get your first month free? Once you get in there, you'll see a link on the top that says get up to 100% off your first month. And so you are going to click there. That's going to be where you're going to see those 4 tasks that I just mentioned. There'll be like a form that you'll see here on the right side. You'll fill that out. You're going to submit that review on Facebook, and that is how you do that, the link to where you do that, and it'll show on the form as well. You're going to follow Amani Birth on Facebook and on Instagram. You're going to establish your referral link on the AmaniBirth.online, the affiliate program, which also gets you the opportunity to actually get paid by Amani Birth for referring the Blessed Start course, whether you're teaching it or not. And then submit your Amani Birth review on Amazon or any other outlet. So you submit that you've done those 4 things, and you'll have a mentor who will confirm with you, and then that will get you the discount. And then how can you get more details? If you click on the top right, it will be your initials up there. Right there you see HA, but you'll click on whatever your initials are, and then you'll see FAQs. And then you scroll to the bottom of the pop-up box, and you will find FAQs, because that'll all pop up in your screen, to just answer all of your questions while you're waiting to be onboarded into the Amani Birth Academy. So super, super simple. You're just going to click there, do the FAQs, scroll through all those FAQs to get a lot of your questions answered. All right. So again, how do you start? You go to www.amanibirth.app. Go ahead and sign up. We are taking signups now. Once we know the number of people that we have in the Amani Academy, we'll be able to get our mentors ready. We're kind of waiting to see how many of you are going to jump on this opportunity. I wouldn't wait, because I don't know that we're going to continue to offer it free like this after we roll this out like a second and third time. This first time around, though, we really want to get you in there and get you in there for free. So we need to have a head count for our mentors. So I need everybody who's interested to get signed up. And may Allah bless your journey. I hope that I see you in the Amani Birth Academy. Let's do this thing, and we will get everybody up and running and off to that deeper professionalism that we want for Amani Birth. Take care. Assalamu alaikum.